What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. I hope everybody had a great holiday, Thanksgiving weekend, and yeah, man. So we back at it. We back at it. I'm glad. So everybody said they had a good holiday.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah,
Yes, indeed.
it was nice, man. It was nice.
Yeah. Food, football, and family, like Jim say, right?
Yeah.
You don't get no better.
You're
That's
right,
what it's
Bobby.
all about.
Mm-hmm.
I'm checking this volume now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just checking that volume, man. Yeah, that's what's up. That's what it's all about. Food, football, and
Mm-hmm.
family, man. Yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
we had a house full of people yesterday too.
For real?
Yeah.
We had a house full of people yesterday. It was cool though.
Yeah. That's good. That's
Cool.
good.
Yesterday was Saturday.
Yeah. Everybody couldn't make it over Thursday, so everybody just
Oh,
came Saturday.
that's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah, my family, we got a tradition. After Thanksgiving, the next day it used to always be Cross Street Market to go down and eat oysters. But they moved to a new location with it this year. But they always do that after Thanksgiving, gather and eat oysters. So I didn't join them in that because of my diet and everything different now. But
Yeah.
they did that. So that's a little tradition there.
That's cool. Yeah, I mean, it's always good, man, to have those kind of traditions though with family. You know what I mean? Take every opportunity, even if you don't celebrate certain holidays, it's good to take those opportunities, even just to get around family, man. The kids, your brothers and sisters, you know. So
Yes,
yeah, that's
indeed.
what's up, man. That's what's up. And Jim, welcome back, man. Welcome back, Jim. I think Jim was here last week. I ain't sure, but yeah, man. So all right, man. I want to get started. Before we get into any college football or NBA or NFL, man. Well, I'm gonna start out with NBA, man, because it's just looking like LeBron James, man, and fell off that cliff, Jack. His turnovers, man, his turnovers is up, and he just doing some uncharacteristic things that I'm not used to seeing him do, right? Mainly like the turnovers and some of the self plays that I've seen him make, like. It was all right. Anytime I think the Lakers run their offense through Anthony Davis, I think they look better. But the last game I seen him, the last couple games, he kind of was playing like more selfish and he turning the ball over more. So I just think he pressing. I think LeBron James is pressing, and it's just making him look like he fell off the cliff.
So how many turnovers does he have this season so far?
Like for the season, I don't know, but that last game he had like 5, and I've been noticing that. I've been noticing that.
Okay.
Yeah, and like Jim said, his outside shooting is not. I just think that because he he really can't create no separation anyway. So people, defenses, the younger athletic dudes able to bother his shot more, and
Well, but I mean. Would you really say that he fell off? Would you constitute that as falling off a cliff? Because, like if you look at his numbers, I think this year, I think he's still averaging close to a triple double.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And last year, I think his assists were down last year, and I think this year he's averaging more assists, meaning, other guys are scoring a little bit more, so his points are a little lower, but. He's still averaging close to a triple. I think last year, 23, he averaged almost 29 a game or something, 28.
28 points?
Yeah. And this year, I think he averaging like 22 or something, right?
Yeah. Scoring is down. But
I'm saying, I think it's scoring down because his assists are up. And he's taking less shots. Because I think last year, he was averaging like 20 shots a game. I think this year, he only averaging like 16 shots a game, something like that.
Well, yeah, I don't even know. Yeah, but like, all right, so the last game, I forgot who they played the last game, but the last game, LeBron, he shot more than Anthony Davis. Dalton Connect shot more than Anthony Davis, and that's not the kind of balance the Lakers need if they're gonna go anywhere. Like I think mostly everything gonna have to go through Anthony Davis.
Right, and LeBron is taking less shots this year.
Yeah,
I think they are trying to go through Anthony Davis, huh?
Well, no, last game he took more shots than Anthony Davis.
But that's just one game. But I'm just saying, overall this season, his shots are way down.
Let me go to LeBron's stats, because them turnovers is really that turnover ratio. You know, it's really what's going.
What speaks to his play this year? Is the expectations that we all still have from him in his 21st season or something like that. Is the expectations we still have of him, man. That speaks to how we take his game for granted, in a sense. It's like we supposed to play at year 21 the way you played at year 10 or year 12. You know what I'm saying? These type of expectations were never put on somebody who had a 20-year career, you know. So that in itself speaks to, you know what I mean, what type of player, you know what I'm saying?
And y'all
take that for granted, you know.
And you guys know I'm not a LeBron James apologist by no means, but I think his standard of play is as equal to it was last year. I think he's playing the same amount of minutes. He's averaging the same amount of rebounds, more assists. He's taking less shots, which is good for the team. Still averaging 20, still playing like 35 minutes a game. So to me, I mean, just to say he fell off a cliff, I wouldn't categorize it as that. I think his play is right on par as it was last year.
But even
last year, we didn't think he fell off a cliff.
That's a good point, Clayton. But even if it take a dip, you know what I'm saying? What would you expect? You understand what I'm saying? That's what our expectations are still, you know what I'm saying? Even if it did dip, you know what I'm saying? Statistically.
Right.
Him that, right. You know.
Right.
Do you think though, when you take that into consideration though, do you think that like he should take a step back? You know what I mean? Because he is, I think it'd be better for the team, like say, if he just play in spurts, because at certain times he can't dominate for the whole game because of his age, right? And so at times where like when the Lakers do need him to step up, and then he'll be able to have that energy to get them over the top and that experience.
Well,
that's why I think it's better when they run through the AD.
Right. I believe that's the best thing for them is to run through AD. And I think they're making a concentrated effort to do that more. But if you say playing spurts, if that's my championship formula, meaning I want LeBron to take me home, then I would go with that theory. I would go with that strategy you saying, Mike, playing spurts. But I don't know if JJ Redick and the Lakers, I don't know if that's their formula to try to win a championship.
Yeah. My thing that's what I'm saying. So all right, like play through AD, and then LeBron just pick and choose his he pick and choose his spots where he could be effective.
Right.
You know, I think that, like, in my opinion, I just think that that's the best thing for the Lakers and really for LeBron.
But do you think that wins them anything?
I mean, that's their best chance. I don't know if it'll win.
It's the best chance.
Yeah, because like I said, if LeBron, if he go all out, if he try to go all out through the season, by the time the end of the season get here, he out of gas. You know what I mean? And then, you know, so they got to ride AD and some of those other young role players that they have on the Lakers in order for them to get anywhere and to do anything.
Yeah, I just think the team that's assembled too is what it is. At some point, it just is what it is too.
Yeah,
you know, you gotta, look at the team as a whole. How good are they? How effective are they defensively? How are they on the boards, rebound? The whole aspect of the game. Like, they might. I'm sorry, Tom.
No, I didn't mean to cut you off, but
no, you good.
Nights ago against Oklahoma City, and that boy Gilchrist Alexander. You know what I'm saying? I seen him down the stretch because it was really like an even Steven game, and then maybe like the last 5 minutes, man, that dude Gilchrist Alexander, man, he's just. He was the difference maker. You know what I'm saying? He was the difference maker, man. He hit some jump shots, man, and that turned out to be the difference. Turned out to be the difference.
Yeah.
And the Lakers is getting a lot from this new kid. What's his name? Connect.
Yeah, Dalton Connect.
Yeah, he's playing real well.
Yeah, I like Dalton Connect because he's strong and he a better outside shooter to me than the dude Austin Reed.
How big is he?
I'm not sure. I know. To me, I think he's bigger than Austin Reeves too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
So
gonna look him up though. Yeah, but he
yeah.
is. He's bigger than Austin Reeves, stronger than
Mm-hmm.
Austin Reeves, and a better outside shooter.
Yeah. Well, I think it's phenomenal though what you're getting from LeBron at this age. I mean, of course, that's the innuendo and the speculation out there in terms of
Yeah.
what he's putting in his body and stuff. But if all things fair, all things what it is, and no proof of that, I think it's phenomenal what you're getting from him. To
Yeah.
be this age, playing 35 minutes a game, damn near averaging a triple double, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
crazy. Huh?
Dalton Connect is he's 6'6", 215 pounds.
Oh, okay.
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 Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you see how the season play out a little bit too, you know.
Right. Definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely.
they got, you know, because I really don't see nobody in the West to me that's just really like, I don't know.
That's
Just,
separating themselves.
yeah, dominant. I mean, I know you might have teams with better records, but
Yeah, you think it's wide open in the West?
yeah, the West look wide open to me.
What
Yeah.
you think? What you think the case with Denver? Because you know, last year until they lost in the playoffs, you know, everybody was saying like that was going to be like almost like a dynasty in the beginning or something like
Yeah.
that. Like what
Yeah.
thing happened with them though?
Yeah.
Man, to be honest with you, I think that Denver has took a step back. I think some of the players and stuff. I mean, you look at Jamal Murray. You know, didn't he get injured in the playoffs last year or
Yeah,
something?
he stayed injured. Yeah.
Right. He say injured so much, right? You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I don't remember, but
And sometimes when you start aging, these things catch up with you a little bit. And Denver don't look as explosive. They don't look as
right. That's what I'm
potent as they
saying.
did.
Yeah, they don't look like
Even the Joker does. Yeah.
even him putting up the numbers he put up. It
Right.
just a different team. Now to be honest, I haven't seen a lot of them. You know what I mean? I haven't seen a lot of them, but it just seems like it's a different team, man. That you know, and it's hard to stay on top, man. It's hard to stay on.
It's hard. Yeah, it's hard.
Championship, and
Especially when you
everybody
don't
like,
make.
oh man, this is a dynasty in the making and all that. And they went out against Minnesota last year, man. You know, nobody really was expecting that. You know.
Yeah. And they didn't make. Did they make any off-season moves? Because you got teams around you making some off-season moves. What did Denver do?
Well, you know, Russ dead now. He went there as a free.
Yeah, Russell Westbrook there. Yeah, but
and you know he can push pace a little bit. But like you say, he ain't the young Russell Westbrook that.
Not at all.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But,
So Jim said the T-Wolves have been getting it going. They have they're having a time climbing up in the standings.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I like the T-Wolves.
Man, I was great.
Go ahead, Clay.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead, Mike.
Yeah. How do you well, how you feel about the T-Wolves though, Clayton?
I was really ready to crown them. Like I really love the way they play, but this year, I'm lost. I'm lost at why Anthony Edwards is just taking and settling for so many threes.
Yeah.
It's like he's not going downhill. He's not going to the basket. You ain't trying to get people in foul trouble. I mean, he's just settling for threes.
A lot of people, man, do that now, man. It has you scratching your head in a sense, man. Like, man, you can pretty much get whatever shot you want.
Any shot.
Then you get any shot you want, man. You know, get to your spot, you know. But like you say, it's a settle. Everybody want to shoot threes now, man, and that's why it's a tough game for me to watch now, man. That NBA is a tough game for me to watch now, man. You know what I mean? Everybody just jacking up threes. You know what I mean? Dribbling through their legs for 20 seconds and then jacking up threes, man. Hey, man. My son, I'm gonna come back to it. Let me write it down so I don't forget. I'm gonna come back to it.
So look, but did y'all hear what Anthony Edwards said when he was questioned, right, about why he shoots so many threes? And he said he's shooting the threes because that's the way defenses are playing him. They going under the pick, you know what I mean, instead of coming over the top and forcing him down the lane, right? But people's response to that is they want you to shoot that three. So you falling into their you falling into their trap of what they want you to do.
And you ain't gonna take what the defense gives you all the time.
Right.
You know
right.
Hey, you ain't gotta take what the defense give you all the time.
Yeah. And so Jim from up north said that's the problem with youth. They buy into the hype. He needs to build up his game on top of his amazing physical talents.
Yes.
So,
yes.
That's an excellent point.
Yes.
And we always talk about that. Because remember, we used to talk about Antonio McDyess. Remember, like it's early in his career, like he was physically and he was dominant. And then when he hurt his leg, he was able to adjust his game.
Yep.
And then he got so he still had a career, and that's how you grow. It's not all about what you can do physically anyway.
Right.
Maybe
limitations.
Maybe that's what Ant-Man doing. Maybe he's working on that. So then down the stretch, when he get in the playoffs, maybe when they take away from some of his driving to the basket, that's strong. He didn't build that up during the regular season. Maybe that's what he's doing. I don't know, but
that's a good point. I mean, that's a good point. You know what I mean? And it's still early in the season, so we're trying to figure some things out, man. But so I just think that take away your aggressiveness. You know what I'm saying? I think that just takes away your aggressiveness when you play like that. And
it might be a way, and it might be a way to game manage without sitting out. See, I remember Kobe used to talk about this, and he said that Mike taught him this. It was ways that you could rest during the game and not wear yourself out, especially when you have back-to-backs. You can find your rest within it. Maybe this is a way. Maybe this is a form of him doing that. Pacing himself, giving the fans more of him without sitting out, without load managing. So who knows? But
that's a good point, though. That's a very good point. That's a very.
I want to give him the benefit of the doubt so much because I love watching him play last year. I really fell in love with him. But
the style that you fell in love with, you don't want to get away from it. You know what I'm saying?
No, not at all.
Get away from it. Yeah.
But so is that something you could turn on and off though? Like as far as like being aggressive, you know what I mean? It's like, because when you settling for that jumper all the time, that's a whole different mindset than in attack mode. To being in attack mode.
I think he would be able to. I think he would be able to, turn it on and off. But you absolutely right though. That is a mindset. You know what I'm saying? That is a mindset when you be like, well, man, I'm just gonna shoot this jump shot instead of, putting pressure on the rim. You know what I'm saying? That is a mindset. Yeah.
And I think that's his nature. I think he naturally plays aggressive, and what he's doing now is kind of
going against
circumventing that aggressive nature a little bit. So I think he's got it in him. Period. Like that's his personality.
But you make a good point though, Clayton. He might be doing that. You know what I mean? Because we all know the NBA season is a marathon. You know what I'm saying? So he might be doing that. You know what I mean? So he can play as many games as possible without exerting himself. You know what I mean? Too much. So we'll see if he go back to playing. You know what I mean? Or if he stay in this mode. You know what I mean?
Watch him when they get on primetime games. That's gonna be the real litmus test. When they go prime time, because that's like playoff atmosphere. Then see what he do,
But man, I wanted to bring up something real quick, man. It's still in the NBA, but I don't want to go too far in it, right? James Harden just joined the exclusive club, man. This past week, man. He's one of four. He's one of four. The other three being Kobe, Wilt, and Jordan. He's only them four that score 40 points 100 times.
Ooh. Yeah.
40 points
100 times.
Yeah, he got 140 point games. The only other three to do it is Wilt, Mike, and Kobe. And he got 40 100 point games. Now, let me ask you all this, right? We know how the Hall of Fame is nowadays and things like that, right? You on the list with them guys, man. Them guys are all-time greats. You know what I'm saying? You on the list with them other guys, man. That's the exclusive company, right? So by him joining them guys, do you think that he should be mentioned in the same breath? You know what I'm saying? As a Kobe, as a Mike, and as a Wilt.
No, I don't.
Yeah, I
don't.
can't see it.
But all right. So this is a new league, and the league is not like it was back then. But even though still, I don't want to. You still can't mention this dude with Kobe and Mike because the bottom line is the result. You know what I mean? Like if whatever it takes in your generation for you to get those championships, I think that's still the bottom line. That's still like the marker. Is to win those championships. So I don't think it's
I can't see it.
That was crazy. I wouldn't even have thought nothing like that, man. When I saw it, I really was surprised, man. I really
Well, you also got to look at the 3-point shots and all these things. So it's a little bit different getting to that, as opposed to when Will or Mike or whoever did it,
That's right. You're right. You're absolutely right. You got to look at the defense that he's going against.
Yeah.
You got to factor everything in. You know what I mean? That's why the errors matter. You know what I'm saying? Errors matter. You know what I mean? So that was just that was just wild. That was just wild, man.
I didn't know that even. And so Jim said, hold up, George Gervin never did that?
Not 100 times.
Yeah.
Not 100
times. Yeah. He ain't go 40 100 times.
Yeah. So bring up another good point though, like Golden State and the Thunder is looking good in the West.
Man,
right?
Golden State surprising the shit out of me, man.
Yeah.
They are though. They are.
Yes.
They are, Clay. Yeah.
Man, I'm ready. I was ready to write them off like they got rebuilt. Man.
Yeah.
And that boy Wiggins really grown, hasn't he?
So listen, right? Listen, they got my man Buddy Hield. He kind of filling the offensive, production that Clay left. You know what I mean? And then, like you just said, what's his name? Is he always been perimeter defense? You know what I'm saying? Wiggins always been perimeter defense, man. They look quicker out there on the perimeter, man.
Yes, they do.
They look quicker defensively move. You know what I'm saying?
They seem like they're a better defensive team now.
They are.
That's right. That's right.
You got the dude Kuminga out there, so he he's very good on defense.
Yeah, he got a lot of energy. Yep, he got a lot of energy. Yeah, man. You right though, man. That's surprising. They
surprised the shit out of me.
That's surprising. You're right. You're right.
And I wouldn't be surprised to see Golden State advance. I wouldn't be surprised to see them in another finals, man.
I know
the way they play. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't.
They got a good mix of youth and veteran leadership. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
When you know who's not, bringing that clown show, Draymond. Draymond not doing that crazy stuff. He known.
Yeah, he is.
You know what I'm saying? He is.
He just got another one. Yes.
Damn, I missed.
He grabbed the dude leg. Yes. This dude, man, he can't help himself.
I'm about to say, Clayton. I'm about to say the same thing, man.
He can't help himself.
Because I haven't been about any like ejections and things like that, right? That's what I'm saying.
It was a conversation about a week ago. Shit, this Ghana another suspension found.
I wasn't even aware of that.
Me,
I wasn't aware of that.
And Draymond.
So go to the other side, right? Y'all seen Dallas? How's that Klay Thompson fit with Dallas? How does that fit?
It's looking like right now it's a little bit of inconsistency right there with Klay over there in Dallas, right?
Right.
And maybe they just still trying to figure it out as far as like chemistry and like how they mesh,
right?
And where do
I'd like to see a little bit more production from Klay. Like right now, he's averaging about 14 a game. Right. Where you still got Luka averaging like 28, and then you got Kyrie in the 24, something like that. I like to see Klay get up close to 20. But
you might be able to. You think this is older, just like an older Klay, like what I'm saying. You think he gets you around 17, 18 like that? You think he can get up like consistently?
I think he can, because I think the reason it might be down a little bit is what Mike's saying, like the gelling as a team. The getting comfortable with that nucleus in that team. So maybe because he can shoot, he still can shoot.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know,
I think because of who he playing with, I think he gonna get a lot of open shots anyway. So
that's that too.
you know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, so really I'm looking for him to. I thought it was gonna take less time for them to gel because really all you gotta do is shoot. Just be open for Kyrie, be open for Luka. You know what I mean? Just know how to you know how to move without the ball. He
does.
He's a very efficient ball player, and he never dribbles the ball anyway.
Yeah.
So that means that he know how to move without the ball. So you know,
So if they could get a little bit more out of him, you know, I would like to see that. Yeah. Can I ask y'all something, man?
Yeah, go ahead.
What do y'all think about sources talking about the NBA trying to go to this pickup game format for the All-Star weekend?
What is that?
I ain't familiar with it. Run it down.
Guys, so what they trying to do is they trying to have a 14 tournament pickup style and have team advance. Like games go to 40, trying to get more competitiveness and trying to, make the All-Star game be more interesting and intriguing. So they want to change it to a tournament pickup game. First team to 40, then you advance and all this stuff. You guys ever heard about that?
No, I
didn't hear about it.
Man, they digging way down in the bag trying to garner some interest, man. They know they're not doing well with the ratings, man. They know people are checking out on a lot of this stuff, man.
And this is my thing. I don't believe it's changing up the format or any of that. This is what I believe. When I was a kid, when I was young, or watching the NBA and the All-Star game, we got so excited for it because it was the best in the West going against the best in the East, right?
Right.
And we wanted to see who was going to win when all that clashes, right? And then you had that thing where they playing at the high skill level. You never know what you're going to see. You're going to see some extraordinary plays, right? But it came down to who was going to win. We didn't need a whole bunch of gimmick,
right?
Because it was the best going against the best.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
I think, in my opinion, I think the 3-point shot kind of hurts that because, like, you really not like if you're going at somebody on the offense, then that's more of a challenge. Like if you shooting those deep threes, you can have a couple people like Steph. That's his shot, right? That's his game. But you can't have even your stretch fours and your stretch fives. Everybody's shooting them 3-pointers. Nobody's really challenging nobody. You know what I mean? Like Mike went at Kobe, Magic, and Bird. They went at each other in the All-Star game. People was like,
that's what we was looking for.
Yeah, Isaiah. You know what I mean? Isaiah went at, you know what I mean? Went at Magic and all them, and people was oohing and ahhing and stuff like that. You don't have it.
Because it's very rare. It's like a dream team type scenario, like two dream teams clashing. It's rare to have great players at every single position on both teams going at it. And who going with, man, to me, that was it. You know, I didn't need any kind of, and then think about when AI and them went at it. That one All-Star.
Just about to say that.
When they went at it. You had the 3-point line and all that.
Clay, I really think that's the last one that you had that competitive. Kobe, they was trading baskets and all that. Like last one I remember like that, man. That was 03. Might be like 02, 03 or something, man. Man.
And I think the NBA is missing it. None of this stuff is going to work, in my opinion, because if you're not competing just the regular game best against the best, what makes you think these guys going to compete harder because you making it a pickup game?
Changing the format, man. But what it is, though, Clay, like I said, they digging way deep down in their bag, man, trying to get fans back, man. They trying to get fans to tune back in, man. And you got some people, man. I mean, Pop still watch the game, man. My uncle said, man, I don't even watch that no more. I say, man, I don't even watch that no more. You know what I'm saying? So you get a lot of guys back, man. That ain't basketball, man. I'm not watching that. You know.
So I'm sorry, like you said, Clayton, it just was matchups all over the court. Like Jim said, you got Mikhail versus Kareem. You wanted to see all that, and it wasn't even like you said, wasn't no need for all those gimmicks. You wanted to see those different matchups, and it was matchups all over the court everywhere. You got the East versus the West.
Yeah.
And now what you have within the All-Star game is just it's like the 3-point contest, but you got 5-on-5
That's
3-point
what I'm about to
contest.
say. I'm about to say it's like a 3-point contest, but it's 10 people out there.
Right, yeah. You know,
Yep.
really. All right, so when Larry Bird was dominating that 3-point contest back in the day, that was cool. That was good because that was his specialty, right?
Yeah.
And people look forward to that. You know what I mean? But you can't turn that into a basketball game where everybody's just shooting threes. You know, because
it got more so into the entertainment business more so than like being like a competitive type game. It got more into like trying to entertain people instead of being competitive, man.
I'll add one other thing to it, from my point of view. The brand building, right? They all have a brand now. That you don't need to win championships.
Yep.
You don't need to win all-star MVPs.
Yep.
You don't need to do any of these things to really partner with corporations and sponsorships and get a bag. And back then, those guys played hard and all those things because these things was part of your resume, and that made you more marketable. You know what I'm saying? So that was another animal that was different, man. These guys played because they was playing to be more marketable. They needed the championship. They needed this on their resume to gain more popularity and to be able to do stuff after basketball.
I'm gonna take it a step further than that, though, Clayton. I think back then the winning was first and foremost.
True.
Because if you won, all the other stuff was gonna come with it. You know what I'm saying? You know, you won. So let me win first. And then endorsements would come and all that old type. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Well, like you say, now you get all that and you ain't won nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, that you ain't
I'm all for them. I'm all for the players getting it. Don't get me wrong, but I see Michael Jordan's point to some degree when he's saying you're giving these guys too early because it has affected the game.
Mike said that?
Yeah, Mike said that.
Yeah,
he stands on that. He stands on that soapbox.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It kind of takes guys drive and determination away a little bit.
Yeah.
If they did all this right here, right now, then they're like, well, you know what I mean? That's their win. And, you know, not necessarily a championship, that's their win. To get this, to get the shoe deal, to get the you know what I mean, got your brand, you know what I mean, popping and all, that's their win. You know what I'm saying? Championship. Yeah, you're right.
Well, because anytime, like even with championships and stuff like that, you know, you have guys who play in the league, whether it's MLB, whether it's the NFL, NBA, who never even sniff a championship. You know what I mean? But everybody who played every season, everybody, that was their goal, was to strive to get to that you know, to get to a championship. But like you said, but once they started building their brand and people accept that, you know, the odds that I get a championship is going to be small, so I'm not even going to shoot for that.
Right. And you know, say only one team win every year. You can't be everybody can't win, so they focus shifts. You know what I mean? They focus shift to something different, man.
So when you got Tom Brady winning 7, 8 championships, you got Michael Jordan winning.
Right.
You know, he winning 6 championships. So everybody else was like, well, let me just build my brand then. You know what I mean?
Because we all know Mike gonna win, or we all know Tom Brady gonna win. So so we just do something different.
But see, in football though, people that wasn't the case during the Brady era though. I still give a lot of teams a lot of credit and a lot of players. Everybody trying to climb that Super Bowl mountain.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what makes the NFL what it is. It's such a great product because they've created so much parity in their league. And any given Sunday, and teams could be in last place last year. The next thing you know, they in the playoffs. So they still fighting in the NFL a little bit. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's watered down too, but
in football too, you're right, because you have helmets and stuff on, it's hard for you to get recognized without winning anyway. You know what I mean?
Right.
Unless you're being followed by diehard football fans, like we probably know who the different cornerbacks and linebackers on different teams because we watch a lot of, you know what I mean? But like the average fan not gonna know, you know, who this is and who that is.
They just know the quarterback. You know what I mean? They just know the quarterback. Well,
let me ask y'all this then about, do you think for All-Star Weekend this will help if they erase that 3-point line? So that means that you got to be more aggressive.
That's a good idea, Mike.
Yeah, if you what's the use of shooting 3, huh?
It'll be more competitive.
Right. And see, that's what fans appreciate anyway, that competitiveness, you know what I mean?
It'll be more competitive.
If you erase that 3-point line, why, you know what I mean? Like, what's the use of shooting a 3-pointer?
Right.
If you're not gonna get credit.
But think about this, Mike. That's one aspect, the threes going up, but them guys don't play absolutely no defense whatsoever in the All-Star game. They're walking up and down the court, no resistance. So even without the 3.
Right. You got to
without the
3. You got to adjust the part.
Without the 3, all right, so without that 3, if everybody, you know what I mean, you still got dudes like Anthony Edwards going downhill. If he going downhill on you, you're going to have to play some defense.
No, they don't. They let them go. Watch the All-Star game. Everybody letting each other go.
No resistance. No resistance. Yeah. You right, Clayton. You right. That would be interesting though if they took that. They never take it completely away. They might even have like just spots on the floor where you get a shot here worth 5 points. You get a shot here worth 4 points, things like that. But that would be interesting. But see, they wanted, and y'all know this. I'm not telling you nothing you don't know, but they wanted to get away out the pound game. You throw it into the big. They wanted to see the floor spread more. They wanted to see athletes, showcase their skills, things like that. They went too far that way. It just went too far that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And it became like a watered down product, if you ask me.
Very much so.
And what about even doing away like taking that shot? All right, so have y'all ever seen guys play? A lot of guys who come back, like the NBA guys, when they come back and they play those, as soon as you get the ball, you on the clock, and you'll hear people doing a countdown. So when you get the ball, they like 5, 4, 3, because they don't want you to bounce that ball for the length of that 24-second clock. Anybody can get open in 24 seconds, you know what I mean? But as soon as you touch that ball, you on the clock specifically. You got to either do something with it or get rid of it. So that might be something too. Like as soon as you touch that ball, like within like 4 or 5 seconds, you got to do something with it.
You mean even in the backcourt, Mike? Like started in the
backcourt? Once you come across half court, you touch that ball,
right?
You on the clock, and everybody just doing a countdown, and
Would that be separate from the shot clock?
Yeah. Like, wouldn't he? No, it's not even. Yeah. Because you got to get rid of that basketball. It keeps you from, like, most players. You should be able to score within 3 dribbles. You know what I mean? And so you can't have a guy like James Harden dribbling the ball for 15 seconds.
Man, they showed LaMelo Ball doing that one time, man. And he wound up making a shot, man. But that dude dribbled, man. That dude had to take. They say, how many dribbles did you count, right?
Yeah.
Man, but he took about 20 dribbles, man. I ain't lying. He took like 20 dribbles, man. Never passed it. Never passed it. Yeah.
He still shot a step back 3-pointer.
That's the shot, Mike. That's the shot.
20, you know what I mean? All those dribbles, 24 seconds.
Yeah, that's the play I'm talking about. Did you see it, Clay? Did you see that?
I think so. The one he stepped back and then shot it off 1 foot.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Y'all can say what y'all want, though. I love that shit, though. Because, that's my guy, man.
No, I dig him.
Yes.
That play, if I always put myself in a position if I'm playing with him.
Right. Too much. Yeah.
I'm like, man, yeah.
He just hopped back and then he shot off one. Yeah, that was crazy.
Man, he shot off 1 foot drifting. I'm like, man, that's a whole lot if it don't go
yeah.
You know what
yeah, that was.
It's a horrible shot. Yeah.
Yeah. I think, Mike, they could speed it up just by shrinking the shot clock even more. Yeah. And then the players got that in their head and they can't hold the ball so long. Because it might get a little confusing trying to have 2 separate clocks on you with the ball in your hand and then the team having to get a shot off. That's
I got it.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
But that's a good idea though. Get rid of that 3.
Yeah, get rid of that 3, and then decrease that amount of
Yeah,
time.
and see what happened. Yeah.
Yeah, man. That was.
I'm gonna see Clayton, man. I'm gonna look more into that. What you was talking about, that all-star thing format? Because
Man. Yeah.
check it out. Like, what's the concept? They gonna have like four captains, and we all just pick
Hold
our
up.
team. You know what I'm saying? Like that we all just pick our team or something like that.
They want to have. Here we go. They want to have 3 all-star teams.
Okay.
With 8 players.
Okay.
On each team.
All right.
And the winners of the Rising Star game, because they got the Rising Stars. That's a separate game.
Yeah, that's almost like the sophomore. I mean, like
so whoever went out of that, they also can be a part of this tournament. And then the 4 teams will face each other in matchups. Like, say you got team 1 versus team 3, something like that. And then they'll go and the games will go to like 40.
Okay.
And then you advance through the rounds until you finally meet the 2 final teams advance.
So it's like a round robin type thing, like a round robin, or it's just like 2 games or something like that.
No, it's rounds. So you play and then you go to the next round. That team play the next round. Till the last 2 meet. That kind of thing. Yeah. It's not been confirmed, but ESPN did a story on it. Sources is telling them they're really seriously considering this.
Man, they got to do something, man. They got to do something, man. People not even tuning into the All-Star game, and they'll watch the Saturday festivities. The dunk contest and the 3-point. Fans will watch that. But as far as the actual All-Star game, man, fans not even watching that, man. They not even watching that.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
They're not even watching that, man.
I don't even watch All-Star Weekend no more like I used to. Well, first I ain't got TNT no more, but I don't even watch that no more. Really, I just wait for the highlights.
It's
on
different,
YouTube.
man. We used to like, man, we gonna post up the dunk contest. We was gonna do that more than anything.
But let me ask y'all this: do you think that YouTube, like so much content being put on YouTube after the fact, because it comes like maybe minutes later after the game is over, you can watch the full game highlight. Do you think some of that is making the viewership drop?
Yeah, that plays a part. Because like you say, you can watch a 15-minute YouTube spool and see all the highlights.
And see everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Instead of watching the whole game. Yeah. And like you say, Clayton, that's almost put up immediately. As soon as the game ends, it's up. Yeah, as soon as the game ends, it's up.
Yeah.
So all right, before we go off of basketball and go to football, right? I'm gonna ask y'all about Pat Riley made a statement that I don't know if y'all heard. He said there were only 3 dynasties in basketball.
I heard
Bill Russell in the 60s with the Celtics, Showtime Lakers in the 80s, and the Bulls in the 90s. Like, do y'all agree with that?
He said they're the only 3?
The only 3 dynasties.
Give it to me again.
Bill Russell in the 60s with the Celtics.
Yeah.
Showtime Lakers in the 80s, and the Bulls in the 90s. Those are the only 3 dynasties that he acknowledged.
How many rings did the Celtics win in the 80s?
The Celtics had 3.
So in the Bird era, they only had 3?
Yeah. They got 3.
And how many? And Magic got 5, right?
Magic got 5.
Pat Riley he makes a compelling argument.
Yeah.
He really does.
So listen, right? You leave the Celtics team out because they got 3. And you leave Golden State out.
And you leave the Spurs out, 5.
Damn, I forgot. Yeah, you leave Spurs out, but 5. Damn, that's tough.
That's tough. The Spurs got 5.
Yeah,
in the Tim Duncan era.
Yeah, they got 5.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough.
Man,
but you know what's interesting? It didn't seem like the Spurs was a dynasty. It always seemed like Kobe and them was always. And them two was challenging each other, huh?
The amount of time it took the Spurs to get their 5 rings, that's what it was.
Yeah.
And it was
I got you. It wasn't, I got you.
Never back-to-back. They never had a back-to-back year.
Yeah, that's
had a back-to-back year. You know what I'm saying?
How does he discount the Kobe Shaq Lakers?
I thought about that too.
I'm thinking because they only won 3. Just like
they won 3, right? Kobe won 5, but with Shaq it was just 3. You're right.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
But when you break down what Pat Riley said, like you said, it's a compelling argument.
It is.
Mhm.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It is. It's tough though, man. Because that Celtics team, because I guess he's looking at the number of rings they won, in the 80s.
Yeah.
And then he a Laker anyway, so he ain't gonna really give too much credit to
Absolutely. Absolutely.
They got 3 in the same decade that Magic them got 5. So you'd be like, well, no, they can't be a dynasty and the Lakers be a dynasty. You win in the same decade.
Right, not Bird and them, but he could give it to Bill Russell. Right.
They won like 8 straight one. They was all like 8 one time, right? You know what I mean? So you can't deny that. But then you say, of course, Mike and them, with the 6 and 8 years, you got to give it to them.
Right.
That's San Antonio. That's tough, man. That's tough.
That is tough.
That's tough leaving them off that. That's tough leaving them off that, man. But with the Celtics and the Lakers, the Shaq, Kobe Lakers, I just say because they only won 3. That's even though Shaq and Kobe won 3 straight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even though they won 3 straight, I think if they'd have got 4, you might can say,
put them in that. Yeah, put them in there. Yeah. And Golden State. What did they do? They won back-to-backs?
I think they do have one back-to-back, Golden State.
Just one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Golden, they got 4 rings.
They got 4 rings total. Yeah. They've got 4 total. But that is a wow, man. That is a wow, though, man. But
Riley might be right.
He might
be.
Man.
He the Al Pacino of the NBA gangster.
Right.
Who am I to go against him, right?
Yeah.
You're right, though. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, man.
Yeah, man. That dude, so you gotta respect what he say. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
Even if you don't agree with it, yeah.
That's a compelling argument. I never even thought about that.
It really is, man. You can argue that till the cows come home on that one, man.
Because nobody has ever really clearly defined dynasty.
Right.
Everybody throws that around. But what really constitutes a dynasty?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Because some people say, like in like they saying, well, if you win 3 championships in 4 years, or do you win back to back? The total has to be, 4 or greater, or something like that. You know what I mean? But like you say, all these different definitions. Depends on who you are. You know what I'm saying? Different definitions.
Because before hearing Pat say that, before hearing Pat saying that, I was calling Detroit a dynasty, Boston a dynasty, Bulls a dynasty, Lakers. You know what I mean? I would have been calling all them dynasties.
And then you say, well, if you don't win back to backs, even though like with Tim Duncan, he ain't never won a back to back, but he got 5. So can you say it's a dynasty, he never won back to back?
So I guess when he say dynasty, he mean like dominance, like 2 and 3 years in a row. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so you don't have teams of today who has done that.
Yeah.
Steph Curry and them haven't done that. LeBron and them haven't done it.
Right.
And you got to go back as far as Jordan and the Lakers,
right,
and the Celtics,
right.
When so
Anybody else you can argue against. Anybody else you can argue against. Like they ain't a dynasty. You know what I mean? Any other team you can argue against. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that was crazy, man. He upset a lot of people when he
said. I know he did.
when he said what? That dynasty thing?
Yeah. When he
absolutely.
He heard a lot of feelings.
I guarantee you, man, that's gonna be more content for people. You're gonna have people asking Isaiah, asking some of these former people, what do you think about what Pat said about they're gonna people gonna be seeking their opinion about that.
Exactly. It definitely. Because you think if you only won 2, you know what I'm saying? Even if they was back to back, if you only won 2, that's not a dynasty to me.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That's my definition of it. If you only won 2, even if they was back to back, you can't put even Kobe and Shaq with the 3 straight. You can still say, You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
on the line with that, though. I'm kind of on the line with that, though.
Yeah, I'm with you, Mike.
And
Yeah,
how dominant Kobe and Shaq was together.
I'm with you, Mike.
Oh,
Yep.
I'm on the line. I'm on the line with that, man. They was
And I couldn't
dominant.
stand them because I was an AI fan. I couldn't stand them.
Yeah,
But they was a dynasty, in my opinion.
yeah.
And you know,
Yeah, man.
Kobe almost went 3 straight without Shaq. He almost went 3 straight without Shaq. He lost to Boston.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He lost to Boston, then came back, beat Orlando, then beat Boston. So he almost had 3 straight without Shaq. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I guess you can say, you know, Lakers my team. So, you know what I mean? I guess you say, well, yeah, that Kobe Shaq, that was a dynasty. But was it long enough? See, that's the thing. You know what I'm saying? Was it long enough? You know, if they'd beat Detroit that year and they'd got 4, you know what I'm saying? Dude, like, yeah, man, that's a dynasty. You know what I'm saying? That's a dynasty.
I'm just going on the eye test from what I was seeing with Kobe, Shaq, Robert Horry, and all them. They just was dominant.
Yeah, you're right.
They beat some good teams. You know what I mean? Like Portland was tough back then.
Yeah,
you know,
Sacramento was tough.
Sacramento, yeah, they had they beat some deep teams back then, man. So
now check this out, man. Check this out, right? When you Google dynasty in sports, see it varies. They're saying it could be a team or an athlete that has dominated their league or sport for a sustained period of time. See, that's such a great thing. You know what I mean? So, but they say that it don't always have to be winning titles. One characteristic is winning championships. Another is just consistency, appearing in playoffs or championships all the time. So that Buffalo Bills team that went to the Super Bowl all them years, that could be considered a dynasty, even though they didn't win it. They was going all those years in a row. Look how many times Denver went and lost before they broke through. So it's interesting, man.
And I think you mentioned them Buffalo Bills, Clayton. I think if they just won one of them, they would be looked at totally different. If they'd have just won one out of the 4, that team would be looked at totally different. Yeah.
And some people consider a dynasty as if you leave an impact on it. You can leave an impact on a sport without winning a title. You can do that.
You can.
I kind of agree with that. I kind of agree. Yeah.
So that's just interesting, but that's crazy.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. Yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah. So I just that was something else. But now did y'all see? Talk about college real quick. Did y'all see the Colorado game? Colorado and
oh yeah, they smoked them. Yeah. They smoked them. Yeah, man. So look, right. I'm glad you brought this up, man. I'm glad you brought this up. You're an NFL GM, right? Now they already saying Tom Brady is saying Shador, and they got a tight end out there because you know Tom Brady is part of that ownership out there in Vegas.
In the Vegas,
And he's already saying Shador and that tight end that they have out there is going to be can be the second coming of him and Gronk, right? He's already putting that out there. This is what Tom Brady saying about Shador Sanders. Like, man, you know what I mean? Y'all could be the second coming of me and Gronk. Like that, right? What I want for him, man, Shador, because you know you're going to be a high draft pick, man. I want him to go to a decent organization, man. I don't want him to go like to somebody like the Giants. Maybe Tom Brady have some saying how things are run with the Raiders, man. But to me, the Raiders not a good organization, man, to have him come in, man, and rely on him to put the pieces in place to help him succeed, man. I want him to go to a decent franchise, man. I really do, man.
Yeah. All right. I got a question, Tom.
Go ahead.
So out of the teams that might find themselves in the high draft picks position, which one of those teams is a good organization?
Right.
But you want some kind of like stability, maybe like stability or something like that. You know what I'm saying? You want them to have some kind of track record of making good decisions, personnel wise, or you know.
I'm looking at some of these teams. Carolina. I'm looking at the Raiders. I'm looking at the Giants. I'm looking at who else in the bottom of the league? The Browns.
Yeah.
Dallas.
New England.
New England.
They ain't gonna draft the quarterback. They got Drake May up there.
They got Drake May. They probably give him some time.
Yeah. I don't think they'll draft a quarterback though. But you got some of them bottom feeders, man, and you know, and see if he went to somebody like the Giants, man. I'm not, and it could be a whole new regime change there. It could be the GM out, the coach could be gone, Dayball could be gone, and all that, man. And you can bring a whole new regime in. But you know what I'm saying? The latitude, man, and that they gave that GM, man. Even the owner was saying, man, I don't want to trade Saquon, man. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely don't want to end up, you know what I'm saying, with Philly. What happens? He trades him. He ends up with Philly. They give Danny Dimes all that bread. Then they wind up cutting Danny Dimes 2 years later. Man, I don't know, man. It just seems like it's an organization, man. Go ahead, Clay. Go ahead.
I think Mad Dog made a great point this week talking about that Giants situation and trading Saquon. Now, granted, Saquon was the best thing on the team and everything ran through him, but you wasn't going to win with it. You wasn't going to win it all doing that way. So, to be honest with you, the Giants did Saquon a great service.
That's true.
And he gave the whole NFL and the fans and everybody, they did us a great service. And because they sent him somewhere where, you know what I'm saying, he can be productive, be in the running, he can help a team. They saved his career from purgatory. You know what I mean, in a sense.
Well, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
What about like back in the day with the Chicago Bears, what they did with Walter Payton? So for all those years, the Bears had Walter Payton and they could never break through until the end of Walter Payton's career.
Right.
So, you know, so that was like, it was a whole different mindset back in those days. They, you know what I mean? Like they kept their stars, you know what I mean?
That's true. But you're talking about a time when the NFL was different. You know what I'm saying? Now,
let me jump in here, right? Let me jump in here for a moment.
Go for it.
You said is absolutely right, Clayton. But the Giants, the Giants organization should be more concerned about themselves than necessarily putting Saquon in a better position, or putting their rival, in this sense, the Philadelphia Eagles, in a better position, or even the NFL as a whole. That loyalty and their decision making should be based on what's best for my team first and my organization. Them giving Dimes all that bread, man, you know what I'm saying? Unproven. They gave him all that money, $40 million a year, and then wind up cutting them. So then you saying, well, damn, no, it was a bad choice, but it shouldn't take you a year and a half to figure that out. It shouldn't take you a year and a half to figure that was a bad decision.
Right.
Well, here's the thing. You make a great point, right? Concerned about the team. The hardest position on the field to stabilize is the quarterback, right? And that position is going to cost you the most money. Okay. Now, if they do go all in on Saquon, right, it's going to be difficult, especially if you getting in the playoffs, but you ain't a team that can win it all. You're not going to have a great draft pick. You're going to always be middle of the pack. And you got all this money you paying this running back that, as great as he is, you're going to need that quarterback to be able to win it, right? So you do have to kind of cut your ties, because they didn't pay Daniel Jones a lot of money. They just threw him something, somewhere competitive in the market, but he didn't break the bank or nothing like that.
He got 160 for 4 years.
I think he got 108 million, I think.
Well, it was 40 a year, though. It was 40 million a year.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that wasn't no.
We ain't talking about Patrick Mahomes now. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you got
I'm just saying, if you're a starting quarterback in this league and your contract up and you went to the playoffs, you're gonna get that kind of, you're gonna get 100 million.
No. I don't disagree with that, but I'm just saying he don't have to get it. You know what I mean? And I know you say, well, we want to lock down this position.
If you tie it all into Saquon, you need money for that quarterback.
That's true. That's true. I'm not disagreeing with that, but I'm just saying, like, he ain't Patrick Mahomes that we trying to make sure we hold on to.
No.
Saquon was the best player on that team. You know what I'm saying? Both sides of the ball. Saquon was by far the best, but you would rather trade him and then sign. I don't think it was a matter, and I could be wrong, but I don't think it was a matter like, it's Saquon, you know what I mean? Because we can add other pieces or things like that. I think a lot of people look at it, including myself. They chose Daniel Jones over Saquon.
Over Saquon. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And it wasn't that. I think they just didn't want to tie all that money into that running back position. I don't think it was personal to Saquon. They knew Saquon was the best player on their team.
Yeah.
But when you're building a championship, you don't need your running back to weigh down your salary cap, as great as he is.
Yeah. I mean, I get your point. I just think that I mean, if you're making a sandwich and all you got is bologna, you don't throw the bologna away until you get everything that you need for the sandwich, man.
But you might have to if you can't afford that bologna.
Yeah.
You might have to if you can't afford the bologna. Can you afford the bologna?
Saquon you weren't going to have to pay Saquon the money that you had to pay Daniel Jones, though.
No, but it might have affected how much cap money you had left for the quarterback if you wind up. And also it was going to affect where you draft at, because I believe they knew Daniel wasn't the future because of that measly contract they gave him. So you looking at some point to get a quarterback.
I don't think in the grand scheme of things that contract was measly. $40 million a year.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. It was measly.
Hey, baby. Hey, listen. I would love for somebody to give me $40 million.
Yeah, for you and I'm just saying. I'm saying the contract didn't say you're our guy and you're the future and you're the face. And it didn't say that.
I believe it did. But even if that's not what they did, they wanted to hold on to him or whatever. They solidify the position, get some stability at the position. Fine. I think they could have got Daniel Jones way cheaper than that, though. I think they could have got him at $25 a year and could have freed up money to pay Saquon. You understand? I don't think they had to go as far as $40 a year. You know what I'm saying, to secure him, man. I just didn't, man.
I hear you. That's tough, though. Yeah. But I'm glad they did. I
think a lot of people are. That ain't Giants fans. You know what I mean? That ain't Giants fans. I think a lot of people are.
You glad they let Saquon go?
Yeah, because they was gonna waste his career.
Yeah.
We getting a treat, man.
Oh yeah. I mean, he doing his thing in Philly. He doing his thing in Philly. Yeah.
Yes, and you're gonna see him in the postseason when everybody watching and shit like that. Hell yeah.
It's just I just want to point out it's just a different mindset than what it was back. Because like I said, like back in the day, like Chicago kept they kept Walter Payton, you know what I mean? Even though they was, that was their draw. So they kept him.
But the financial situation back in the day wasn't what it is. I don't know if you had that salary cap like that. I didn't know if the market was calling for what it was calling.
I don't know how free agency was back then either.
Absolutely. So it was a whole different thing.
I don't know how that worked.
Yeah. It might have been a lot easier to hold on to the players back then.
Oh, it definitely was.
It was easier to put dynasties together back then too.
Yes.
The Pittsburgh Steelers, you know what I mean?
I was about to mention that. Yeah.
And you look at the Cowboys back in those days, you know what I mean? And certain teams had dynasties. It was easy to keep all that. That's that's still curtain. You know what I mean? You kept all those guys together for all those years.
Yeah, all their career, their whole career pretty much stayed at one team. So that you could build up, build up teams like that.
Yeah, the 49ers back in the day, you was able to keep all those guys. As soon as you win a Super Bowl today, you know what I mean? Everybody want to go to their separate team because they know there's money out there.
It's money out there.
And coaches too. Coaches leave too. The whole coaching staff get rated when they win the Super Bowl. Your whole coaching staff get rated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you right about that. So all right. So we covered the NFL. We covered NBA. Anything else y'all got on the?
Man, you gotta talk about this game today, man.
Which one?
Eagles Ravens.
Yeah.
Oh, it don't get no bigger. Get no bigger than this matchup.
Not in the regular season.
I was mad at the Ravens.
Not the regular season. You ain't gonna get too much bigger than that during the regular season. That's a heavyweight. That's a heavyweight fight.
It's a heavyweight game, baby.
Yeah, that's a heavyweight fight there, man.
Yeah. And then you got the two top running backs in the league. Saquon leading the league, Denver Henry right on his heels.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah,
Hey,
man.
Right.
You know what? I wish Man was here because you got both of these running backs who the Cowboys turned down.
Yep.
To go get Zeke Elliott.
I thought it was just King Henry. They ain't want Saquon either. They ain't trying to trade for Saquon.
They had the opportunity to go after Saquon, but they ain't going after him.
Man, that goes to show you, man, how Dallas is run, man. I mean, they draft well though. The Cowboys, man, they draft well, man. They really do, man. They got Micah Parsons, they got CeeDee Lamb. They hit on some draft picks, man, but I don't know, man. Look, a guy said this, right? A guy said this. If somebody came to Jerry Jones and Jerry Jones, look, man, guarantee you're going to win the Super Bowl next year. Guarantee, right? The only thing is you can't give an interview after every game. They say Jerry Jones wouldn't take it.
He wouldn't take it. He would not take it.
He wouldn't take it, man. They like, no, I'll take my check.
He would not take it. No.
They wouldn't take it, man.
No, he wouldn't take that.
Right, man. It's crazy, though, ain't it? That's crazy, man.
It is crazy.
You got NFL owners, we don't even know who they are. Jerry Jones on TV every day. You got something. Look at Bashotti down in Baltimore.
Yeah.
You don't never see Bashotti. You know what I'm saying? You only ever see him.
Yeah.
But
well, that's what it is. I will say this game hard to pick, but I will say this. Nick Vangie, what's his name? Nick Vangio.
Yeah, Vangio.
The coordinator for the Eagles.
Yeah.
He struggles against Lamar. Struggles.
Okay.
Since his days in Denver.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Now, Devontae Smith, I'm not sure he playing today. The Ravens catching the break with that. Because if you had him and AJ Brown to deal with,
I know.
And your secondary weak, that's trouble. Now, I'm going to give Philly the edge on the offensive line. Their offensive line is huge.
Yeah.
Probably the best in the game right now.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I know Philly, they can be had in the run game. And I definitely think that even though Baltimore stops the run real good, they can also be had in the run game to some degree. So yeah, with this game, the Ravens home, and I just think because Fangio has a hard time containing Lamar, I just think Lamar gonna go off script. I think it's gonna come down to time of possession and turnover. Now Philly explosive, but I think Philly want to hold the ball and drive the field, melodically down the field to eat the clock up. Because when Baltimore don't have the ball a lot, when they lose in time of possession, Lamar and them start pressing.
Yeah.
And that's what you want. You want them to press, because that's when they shoot themselves in the foot. So to me, it's going to come down to time of possession. Who's able to hold that ball the longest in turnovers. I give the edge to the wide receivers on Philly, but I give the edge to the Ravens offense, maybe going against Philly defense. So this gonna be a good one, man.
Yeah.
This gonna be a good one.
And man, and it ran off what, like 5-6 straight, didn't it? Philly,
yeah.
It ran off like 5 or 6 straight, I think.
Yeah. Initially, I thought this game was in Philly, but it's in Baltimore, so that makes a difference. But yeah, I don't know. This gonna be a tough one to call. It's gonna be a good one, and the Baltimore need this one. Philly, not so much.
Right.
Baltimore has to win to stay pace with Pittsburgh.
Right. That's true.
So that's another one. They got 4 losses already. Ravens don't want to get a 5th loss.
Do they get their bye week, man? It seemed like everybody had a bye week, but the Ravens.
I think after this week.
Gotcha.
I think it's after this week. So
man, everybody, it seemed like they had a bye week, but the Ravens.
Yeah, after this week. So that's gonna be my one. If I got one pick, man, if I got one pick to go with the gambling,
it's
taking the points.
It's clean.
I gotta give you one, right? The one I would take the 40, and the Bills playing outstanding. They play tonight, 8:20. I ain't saying they're gonna win, but I take the 49ers in them 6 points.
You see the conditions up there? That might
I
not be
didn't
a bad pick. Man, it's hard up there. They had a blizzard come through up there.
They had?
Yeah, they had a blizzard, so that might be a good bet.
Well, that might be bad for the 49ers, because they're California. You never know.
Yeah, well, I was saying it might not be a lot of scoring. So,
right. Yeah.
Man. But they had like a bunch of snow come through up there, man. The whole field was covered. But you know up there, man, it's par for the course. They come through and clear all that out, man. You know what I'm saying?
And Buffalo and Buffalo plays in that kind of weather. You know,
that's right. Yeah, they used to it. You know what I mean? Yeah, they used to.
And you know what's crazy too, man? As bad as the Bengals playing, Jamar Chase lead the league and receiving yards and touchdowns.
Yeah.
And Joe Burrow damn near up there too.
Yeah, Joe Burrow
look like trash.
Well, Joe Burrow is having a good year though.
And they say, what's his name, man? Right now, I don't know. Like you said, touchdowns. They say he could get like the triple crown. Jamar Chase. They say the triple, like catches, yards, and touchdowns.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's crazy. So but it's gonna be interesting today. It's gonna be interesting today. That Philly Baltimore game.
What else? What else? A big game, a decent game this week. What today? What's another one?
Pittsburgh the Bengals. Pittsburgh the Bengals.
Right. Yeah.
That's gonna be a good one. Now see now you're gonna see the Steelers offense gonna be a little bit more unlocked. Because Cincinnati can't tackle nobody. They can't play no defense.
And they got to keep pace. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So I look for Pittsburgh to pull this one out today. But yeah, you got the 49ers, Bills, you got the Steelers, Bengals, you got the Ravens, the Eagles.
Who got
good matchups today?
Who got today, man? That loss last week hurt them, man. The Tennessee, Houston. Who they got this week? They got to get in the mix, man. They got to get back in the mix, man.
Texans.
Yeah, they lost to Tennessee.
I know
it was a game though, but you know what I'm saying? They
played Jacksonville today. They played Jacksonville today. Yeah.
Well, look, let me ask y'all.
Go ahead, Mike.
Let me ask y'all because Jim seemed to think this is going to be an easy game, Arizona, Minnesota, right? I think Arizona, for some kind of reason, I think they always play them tough.
Arizona's playing solid football this year, period.
That's just what I'm about to say.
Yeah.
That's what I'm about to say, man. They playing decent, man. They stumbled last week and lost, and they shouldn't have lost, man. But man, Arizona, man, surprisingly, because I'm surprised by it. I don't know you, Clayton, but I'm surprised they playing as well as they are. Even in a couple of their games, they look well. You know what I'm saying? They look good.
Yes.
They playing okay. They playing all right.
You're not surprised because you've been calling it all year talking about
Marvin Harrison
the ball. Yeah.
You gotta throw that boy the ball, let him make a play.
You've been calling that all year.
You're right.
Yeah. And I'm gonna say this, man, as high as I was on Kansas City, watching them their offensive line, that is a problem.
What, like in pass protecting?
They can't protect. They cannot. Every time Mahomes dropped back, he's being moved. He's off script. He's off schedule. That offensive line is really failing. And for them to be this record at this point is crazy because that offensive line is bad right now. Yeah.
You know what? It kind of makes sense because Mahomes don't look how he normally look, and that probably is due to the offensive play. Yeah, more so than anything. He's
been sacked a lot. He's been pressured.
Yeah,
it's tough. So
let's run through these games then real quick, right?
Okay.
So you got the Chargers and Atlanta. Who y'all like in that game?
I think the Chargers gonna get back on script, man. Atlanta, man, it seems like they got all that talent, man, but they never seem to put it together, man. So I think the Chargers gonna get them.
You like the Chargers? Is that the first? You like the Chargers in that game, Tom?
Yeah, only because Atlanta don't never seem to answer the bell, man, when they should, man. You know what I'm saying? Nothing more than that. And I think, last week against the Ravens, I think the Chargers, they're gonna get back to doing what they do best. You know what I'm saying? So I think the Chargers in that. Yeah,
that's a pick 'em. I don't know. I probably lean on the Chargers too. But so what's the status though with the running back, Dobbins?
I'm not sure.
Because he left the Raven game with another knee injury.
Oh, snap. Yeah, see, so I ain't sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the situation with
okay. Yeah, I'll lean with the Chargers. Yeah.
All right. So all right, so for the Pittsburgh Cincinnati game, everybody y'all in agreement that it's Pittsburgh?
Yeah, you know, Steelers. I think it's gonna be closer than what people think, though. I think it's gonna be a closest division, man. You know how that division thing go, man.
Yeah.
You understand? So you know what I mean. But I think the Steelers should be able to come out on top.
Yeah, I'm going with the Steelers too, but yeah, I don't know though, because Cincinnati home. I don't know.
You never know, man. You
And,
never.
and the Ravens need something to help them tie back up in first place. I wouldn't be surprised if Pittsburgh dropped one today.
Yeah.
Yeah. But all right. So what else I got? I got Arizona. So now, are y'all picking Minnesota over Arizona or what?
Where that game at? I think I'm gonna go with Minnesota. Because they gotta stay, Clayton. They gotta stay. They gotta keep pace with Detroit. So
yeah, they do.
That's their incentive. You know what I'm saying? They gotta.
And the Vikings home. And the Vikings home too.
Okay.
So I'm gonna lean on that. Yep.
Yeah, they are. But all right. So all right. What about New England and Indianapolis?
I'm gonna take New England in that. I'm gonna take
Patriots.
Yeah, I'm gonna take them.
Who they play? The Colts.
What's consistent for me, man? He can play, man, but the quarterback at Indy, he can play stuff, man. Yeah, the young brother, he too inconsistent, man. And Drake may seem to be, you know what I mean, getting a little bit more comfortable, you know what I mean, as the weeks go on. He seems to get a little bit more and more comfortable. So
I'm gonna go with the Colts in that game.
Okay.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm go with the Colts in that game. Yep.
All right. What about Seattle and the Jets?
Seattle. I like Seattle on that.
I like. I gotta go with Seattle too. I like Geno doing all right.
Geno, man. Geno is a good quarterback, man. He's a solid quarterback, man. He ain't a superstar, but he's far from a bum, man. How
many years Geno been in the league?
I think this at least around like 10, maybe 10, 11, something like that.
Yeah, close to 10. I gotta say close to 10.
Yeah.
He's a veteran. I'm gonna go with the Jets in that game.
Okay.
What? Yeah.
What they playing at? They playing New York?
I think so.
Yeah, they in New York.
I think New York home, the Jets home.
Okay.
All right. So you got Tennessee at Washington.
Man, Washington.
The Commanders.
They got to get back on track, though, man. You know, these last couple weeks, man. Yeah, man, they need to get back on track. So Tennessee play good defense, though.
Yeah.
Tennessee play real good defense, man. Yeah.
I still think I'm going with Washington. I think Washington is going to get back on track.
Yeah.
I still think even though they lost a couple, I think I see some consistency though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They still playing hard and
doing hurt, though. You can tell he hurt. He been a different player since he had that rib injury. So but I hope they won.
And then you got Houston and Jacksonville.
I'm going with Houston.
I like Houston in that.
Yeah. The Rams and New Orleans.
The Rams. Yeah, even though, you know what I mean, I don't, man. They kind of like a head scratcher too. The Rams I'm talking about, man. Mm-hmm. And I know they've been hurt, but even when they've been healthy last couple of weeks, man, it just seemed like they be off. But
if Derek Carr is playing, I tell America take the Saints in them 3 points.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna pick the Saints over the Rams.
Yeah. All right.
I'm just trying to go that way. It's some interest.
Tampa Bay, we got Tampa Bay and Carolina.
Come on,
man. I'm taking Tampa in that, right? I'm taking Tampa in that game, man. But what's going on with them, man? What's going on with Tampa, man? I thought they would be. I really thought they would run away. And no. Yeah, I thought they would be the clear-cut favorites in this division with Atlanta, with New Orleans. It seems like they haven't even run away from, you know what I mean, from the pack.
They right on brand. But I thought about you last Sunday, Tunk. Did you see Bryce Young, that display he put on against the Chiefs?
Oh no. But I saw the what's the name though? I saw the highlights though.
Yes.
I saw the highlights though.
Yes.
Yeah, he looked good.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
man. I think the benching of him might have made him look do something a little different, man. And you know what I mean? He probably like, man, maybe I could do things a little different. You know what I'm saying? Because he's been playing well since he came back and started lineup. And he got benched and he came back. He been playing well, man. Yeah.
He did his thing, yeah. So, but yeah, so yeah, but I'll go with the Bucks in that game.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
All right, what about San Fran and Buffalo? That's gonna be a good game, I think.
Yeah, is Purdy playing? If Purdy ain't playing, man, what's the name, man? Buffalo.
And that might be you right. I ain't think about that. That might be why the points move.
Maybe.
Yeah.
That probably it.
Yeah.
Gotta be playing. You know, he ain't played last week.
He didn't play last week.
Yeah,
You're right.
This week, so
I'm gonna tell you in a second.
Yeah, I got Buffalo.
Yeah, I got Buffalo too in that game.
Yeah.
He questionable though, so he might play.
Yeah, he might play. He might play.
Yeah, he questionable. Yeah, I'd just say Buffalo at home. I'm gonna go with them. I think, believe it or not, I think this Buffalo year to get to the Super Bowl.
Really? Oh, the Chiefs.
Over the Chiefs.
I think it's their year to get. I think it's their year to get to the Super Bowl.
They got to show me. That's the only thing with Buffalo, man. They got to show me when the playoffs start, man. They got to show me because Kansas City gonna have that one seed, so you're gonna have to go in there to beat them. That's what them and Baltimore. If y'all gonna have to go to Kansas City and beat them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's coming? They clinched the playoff stuff on that Friday. They
sure did. Yeah. They clinched.
Yeah.
All right, and then I think this. All right, then you got Cleveland and Denver. Who y'all like in that game?
The Broncos.
Probably so.
I don't know how they doing it, but they're a better team.
I don't want to win, but they probably will win.
Yep.
Yeah,
they're a better team. How about Saquon, y'all, on that play when he spit off the guy and then leapfrogged him backwards?
That's crazy. Man.
That shit looked like a video game, man. God damn.
That might have happened 3 weeks ago, man. We're going to be talking about that next year, man. You know
I've never seen nothing like that, ever.
But that's crazy, man.
Yes.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Y'all gave him the move, then he spent, then he jumped. Come on, man.
That's crazy. Yeah, man,
who would even think to try something like that?
Right. Right. Who even think to do that? Yeah.
He didn't think. That was all instinct. He didn't think.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
He didn't think. He just felt. He just felt. You know, oh my God, man. Yeah. So anyway, we see. He got me rooting for him.
Who, Saquon?
Yeah, because he captivated my imagination, man. When any player that come along and they do something, and then you see that childlike joy, and you see them playing from an imaginative standpoint, and they just got, man, that shit grabs a hold of me, man. I can't explain it, but it grabs me. And he got me right now. Saquon got me. Yeah. I ain't even gonna lie, man. Yeah. Hey, Clay, that's how Lamar had me after 2019. That season, he grabbed my imagination, man. Yeah. I was like, this guy. So yeah, man, it's love.
What do you think? Let me ask you, let me go back to college football for 1 second real quick. What y'all think about those weapons Colorado got, man, up there? Those wide receivers.
I like the brother, what's his name?
Number 12?
Hunter. I like him. I like him, man. Shador's spinning it, man, and he might be making them guys look a little better than what they are, man. But that's what you do as a quarterback. That's what you do as a quarterback. You elevate your teammates. You know what I'm saying? That's what you do. You elevate your teammates. That dude do for 500 yards, man. You know what I mean? He doing it. You can't even say like, no, he doing it. You know what I mean? You can't deny it. He doing it. You know what I mean? He deserve all the accolades, and if he get invited up to New York for the Heisman, he deserve that as well.
He ain't getting that Heisman. Travis Hunter locked that down, bro.
You think so?
Yes, and I'm gonna say this: the Shador talented and everything, but those receivers is getting Shador those gaudy numbers. That boy, what's his name? Lester or West? What's his name? Wester? The other wide receiver?
Okay.
These dudes getting the ball, man, and the yards after the catch, the speed on the outside, man. They fast, they athletic, playmakers. Travis went up one time. It was 3rd and long. Shador avoided the pressure. He had 3 guys around him. Shador just threw it up there. Travis went up and got that motherfucker between all of them.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, you talk about them weapons, Mike. Them kids is for real. All 3 of those wide receivers, they for real, man.
You know, he just got the top. Dion just got the top. He committed the top quarterback.
Yep.
His class, yeah.
Real?
Yeah.
This guy Juju, what's his name?
Yeah, that's
Juju.
he got him. Yep.
Yeah, he got him. Yep.
Yeah, he committed. He committed, man. So
that's what's
and
up.
the thing about Colorado, man, they don't have a problem getting into a shootout.
No.
Not at all.
Yeah, they ain't got the problem getting into a shootout. You know what I mean? So
not at all.
You know, they know they offense is the strongest side of the ball compared to their defense. So they like, hey, let's air it out. You know what I mean? We ain't got no problem with it. We outscore you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In this last game, they blew them out 52-0. The other wide receiver, Wester, he had damn near 200 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
These boys, he got weapons, man.
Right.
He got weapons. So, yeah, Shador nice, though. Don't get me wrong. But he got weapons. And I just hope when he go to the league, he has that kind of speed and talent on the outside. You got 2 guys. Actually, you got 3 guys. That guy Shepard, too. He nice. But you got 2 guys battling for receptions and yards in a game. Travis and this kid Wester. They compete against each other.
Well, that's one thing. If he was to get drafted by the Giants, they got that receiver Neighbors out of LSU. They got him. I think he went to LSU. You know what I'm saying? He can play. Yeah. Because like I say, man, you want him in a situation, man, where he can thrive, man, and you know what I'm saying. So I just hope he end up in a good situation, man. I really do.
But do you Colorado got a hell of a receiving core. They got a hell of a receiving core.
Yeah.
Real talk. Yes, they do.
Do y'all think that Shador talent is going to translate to the next level?
I think they can. I think they can.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I mean, I think though, like I think with winning, like when you get any franchise that get a quarterback like that can help turn that franchise around, I think winning just make the franchise look better anyway. You know what I mean? Because if you look at the Commanders, now I know the Commanders got like new ownership and new management and stuff like that though. But you know, winning cures all of that stuff. You know what I mean? It just takes the bad stain off everybody's. So even if he went to the Raiders and he was to turn the Raiders around, I think, you know, I think the Raiders, you know, I think that'd be good.
Right.
It's just that winning just cure all of those ills.
Yeah, man. And then you got like Clayton brought up Bryce Young, man. You know, you go down to Carolina, man, and he ain't got no other pieces around him. You know what I'm saying? And you like, well, damn, you know, he a bump. You know what I'm saying? But his support, his support, and you know what I mean? His support system is not there. You know what I'm saying? And some of that, you know what I mean? Clayton spoke to that too. Some of that is in his own head and stuff like that. And you got to get that stuff out your own head, whatever. But man, you get pieces around you, you know, because I don't want to belabor the point, but the boy up in Chicago, you know what I'm saying? He got pieces around him, and you see that he can play. You see that he can play. Yeah, Caleb Williams can play. I just ain't buying to all the hype that, you know, he's the best thing ever and all that stuff, but you can see that he can play. And I think some of the mistakes he's making now, he won't make next year. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't think he'll be holding the ball as much as he did this year because he know he got to come out there on time. When that back foot hit, ball got to come out. You know what I'm saying? You get hole in the try to run around. You know, this ain't San Diego State, stuff like that. So, you know what I mean? Like when he was at SC, you know what I'm saying? So I think he learned that. I think he's learning and he's going to continue to learn, you know what I'm saying, how to attack defenses and things like that. I just didn't buy into, you know, the best ever and all this stuff. But
Them dudes, Chicago, real quick. You don't call timeout. Them
Oh,
motherfuckers ain't waste no time firing that coach.
hey, Clay,
Yeah.
He gone.
you know what, Clay? They took too long because he wouldn't even got on the damn plane. He wouldn't even don't even take a shower, man. You out here, man. Yeah, man, that's crazy, man. You gotta call the
That
Uber.
was crazy.
You gotta
That
call
was
the damn
crazy.
Uber, man.
That was crazy.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. I
So,
still
yeah.
don't get that. I still don't get that.
Yeah. So, all right. One last thing. What y'all think about this statement from Jim up north? He said Sanders can be a Jameis Winston or a Cam Newton type quarterback, but his upside could be that of Allen or Daniels.
Not Cam. He ain't got the size to be Cam, and I don't think y'all think he can run. And Cam was huge, man. Cam was just such a big guy, man. Fast, big guy. Jameis, I like Jameis. Jameis always had a live arm, man. But the one thing with Jameis that certain quarterbacks get credit for, man. Oh man, he a gunslinger. He ain't scared to make all the throws. He'll throw it in tight windows. But some people say Jameis, he's reckless. You know what I'm saying? He can't read defenses and things like that. So the narrative changes depends on who the person that's speaking.
Right.
But Josh Allen, Daniels, he talking about Daniels in DC. I can see a little bit. I can see a little bit of that. Yeah. Josh Allen, he's still one of them big guys, though, man, that runs a lot and stuff. I haven't seen y'all might see more games than me. I haven't seen Shador run a lot.
No,
well, he's not he moves the pocket. He'll ad-lib, he'll run a little bit. Right. But that's why I won't give him the Josh Allen thing.
Right.
If the right situation, if he finds himself in the right situation. But I can see when he said Cam Newton, it wasn't about playing like Cam, it's about underachieving. So depending on the situation he go to, he could end up like a Jameis Winston or Cam, underachieving, as opposed to if he go to the right situation, he could excel. Though
you think Cam underachieved?
I do a little bit, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He made that one Super Bowl.
And
that was after he had that life-changing event happen when the car turned over on him. Got a new lease on life, and he was different.
He got a league MVP too.
Yeah, he did. That was that year, wasn't it? Or was it?
No, whatever year he went to the Super Bowl, that's when he got
it. Yeah, that was that year. So when he came out, though, his first 4 games as a pro, you was like, oh my God, this dude getting ready to change the game. And then all of a sudden his passing numbers came down. See, we didn't get enough out of the passing game with Cam at all. Not at all. So
I'm on the fence about him being about him underachieving. I'm on the fence with it, but I know that's something we hadn't seen, a big guy like that playing, quarterback moving like that. I know that's something I hadn't seen. I don't know. I never looked at Cam as being someone, that would change the quarterback position in a sense.
Well, his first 4 games as a pro, I think the first game that he played was 4,000 yards. 400 yards in the first game. And then the next game, it was 3. He was putting up crazy numbers and running. So it was like, oh, shit, Cam getting ready to change. But then all that shit got shut down. I don't know what happened to him. Yeah. But then after that car accident, he got himself together. And that year, he was locked in. Locked in. So I don't know. I think he underachieved.
Yeah, I don't know. And I would be right on the other side of the fence with it. Like he didn't. You know what I'm saying? But everything you say is right, though. Everything you say is right, though.
Yeah, both ways. Yeah.
Right.
So, but definitely Jameis Winston. He came out with all kinds of hype.
He had a Heisman too.
Yes.
He had a Heisman too. But Cam got the Heisman and he was Rookie of the Year.
Offensive Rookie of the Year. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Yes. Yep. And then after that, though, I don't know. But yeah. So interesting.
The next week's show, man, I'm gonna touch on that. I'm gonna have to write it down. Because there's only like a handful of people that won the Heisman. And the very next year was Offensive Rookie of the Year. It's only like a handful of people to ever do that.
Yeah.
There's only a handful of people to ever do that. Yep. Yeah. So I'm gonna write that down so we can speak.
Did CJ do that last year?
CJ Stroud. Did CJ Stroud win the Heisman?
Did he?
I don't know.
I think he did.
I don't think he did. But what's his name was one, and that might be one that surprised y'all. what's my man name that went to DC, the quarterback? RG3 did it.
Oh,
RG3
yeah.
did it. Yeah, RG3 did it.
Yeah, RG3 did it. I think Ricky Williams did it. Yeah, but I'm gonna do a little bit more research on it. I'm gonna do a little bit more research on it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I'm doing a little bit more research on it. And,
All
Barry, he another one. Yeah.
Who did you said?
Jaden Daniels going to do it this year, but go ahead.
Yeah.
You said Barry Sanders. You said
no. Jaden Daniels is going to do it this year.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
All right.
I believe that. Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right, fellas. I think that covers just about everything. I appreciate y'all coming in with me, chopping it up. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Jim from up north, man. Appreciate your input.
Always, Jim. Always, Jim.
Yes, sir. Enjoy the games, y'all. Yep.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
So, with that being said, man, I want everybody to make sure to like and subscribe, and and we're gonna keep y'all posted on Clayton and his book he working on.
Yes, sir.
So he don't want to promote too much right now. So
Yeah.
we'll keep y'all posted.
Yep. Well, I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, man. Appreciate y'all. And we will see everybody next weekend. Make sure to like and subscribe. Don't forget to leave a comment. And with that being said, we are out. Peace, people.
All right.